Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a Lost Love Diaries reading. So today we're going to peel back that diary and take a deep look into your person's feelings, thoughts, and energies about you. So this is a lost love. This is someone that you've lost touch with, somebody from your past, and you're just wondering if perhaps they're feeling the same intensity as you throughout all of this separation. Now, you guys could have had a falling out or a challenge at some point as well. So we're going to dive into a little bit of everything here today. We're going to do some of this reading here on this channel, and then we're going to do the other half over on the extended version. So if you guys would like to join me there, I will put that link down below, as well as all the decks I'll be using here today and today's Organite, which is called the Twin Flame Nude Divine Masculine, created by Michelle from Belle's Wing and Bell. So let's dive right into these messages, you guys. We're going to take a look and see in the beginning of your connection, what type of a bond was created with your person. So basically, what was the energy that was present? What was the perhaps soul contract that was presenting itself between the two of you? The bond, the common denominator that was created in the beginning. So let's take a look and go into this deck right here, which is called the Oracle of the Mermaids. What was the bond that was created with your person in the very beginning? We have receptivity. Okay, so the fact that this little bird's coming in with this gift, to me, this is a gift. So despite what went down, especially if there were challenges or there were, certain types of betrayal or hurt here, this was a beautiful gift that was given to the both of you. And it was given to you for a reason. So a bond was created for a reason. There's something of value to learn from this person, this situation, and vice versa. This is them for you as well. So it's a gift. And sometimes gifts come in interesting packages, right? But there's a lot of wisdom to be learned from the experiences and the things that you'll go through emotionally with a person, the things that they trigger within you, etc. So this is definitely this energy of a gift. Also, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. This is also perhaps something that you called in. You asked for this, whether you realize it or not. You asked for this person to come in when they did. And when they showed up, it might have just been at the right time. It may have not been the right timing to continue, but I do feel like this was given to you at the appropriate time. So some of you guys feel like, gosh, you know what? I just wish I would have met this person at a different time. I'm going to tell you right now, you were meant to meet this person at that particular time, and then for you. If it didn't work out at that time, there's a good reason for it. We have homeland. So there's this feeling here of coming home. You guys may have felt that instant connection, right? You may have found that felt that instant connection where you just felt like you were meeting like just a soulmate, meeting someone that you feel like you've known forever, somebody that you just felt really really comfortable with rather quickly, or there was just something about them that just felt so natural. It just felt like it's just, you've known them forever. That's just what I'm getting there. You felt at home, or maybe perhaps that you could be yourself with this person, and this goes for them as well, you guys. So that's a beautiful energy here. I also feel soul family here. So you guys are a part of the same soul group, soul family. So you guys did come together in this lifetime to learn something of significant value. Wow, look at that. This is a divine connection. That says kissing the divine in another and yourself. So it's mirrored. So I feel like you guys met a divine counterpart, okay? And just because you've met this divine counterpart, there are no guarantees that you will end up with this person or anything like that. But if you guys have this very intense connection still, despite the time and the distance between you and this person, that this is why. Because this is really where the home base is. It's a divine love counterpart connection. So this was the bond that was created. It's like a bond that was already established many lifetimes ago. So when you come into contact with each other, it's just already there. And we have visions. You guys may also have a very psychic, telepathic connection with this person still. They show up in a lot of your dreams. You show up in their dreams. It's kind of like you're thinking about each other. You don't really know why. You might, know things about your person. You might have that inner chatter, inner conversations with your person. And you might have a lot of visions that just come to you automatically. You're not really pushing to even have them. They're just there. So I just feel like you and this person may go through a lot of cycles where you're feeling the energy very strongly, and then other times you're just leading your ordinary everyday lives. But there's something that does connect the two of you, and it's in this different realm. So you have a lot of that 5D connection with each other, and you also have a lot of telepathy going on with this person. So let's now take a look at the psychic tarot and oracle cards. Let's see what other messages are here for the bond that was created between the two of you. Wow. To me, it's like wish upon a star. This was very quick, okay? It's like when you and this person came together, your worlds collided. It was just like, bam, it was this energy, okay? Just falling in love, like, almost like a fallen angel. You've come in, you've saved me in this moment of grief or despair. They may have been that for you as well, but whatever this was, the stars were aligned just perfectly for the two of you to come together. Like I said, you were meant to meet each other at that particular time in your lives. But the Eight of Wands is quick forward momentum. It's very quick energy. So this may have been a very quick encounter, but it made a lasting impression on the both of you. That's what I'm seeing here. The Eight of Wands is also a very sensual card, if you know what I mean. So there can be a lot of passionate energies that are connected, a lot of fiery energies with that wand being present, if you know what I'm talking about. So there's a lot of stimulation here. When you think about one another, when you look up at the stars and you wonder, oh, okay, the song that's coming to me is from Trespassers, William. It is, oh, damn, I can't think of it's about the stars, do you think of me wherever you are? Yeah. Something like that. I'll try to link it down below if I remember. See, here's the bond between the two of you. This is the Four of Wands. Sometimes people do see the Four of Wands as the 1111 card, twin flame connection, divine counterpart, etc. And I just feel like you guys already have this home foundation. You guys already have had other lifetimes with this person. So it's almost like wherever you're at in the world, you guys are looking up at the same stars and you guys are thinking about one another in those particular moments. So if you ever had a question, does this person think of you too? They do. And you guys, again, you may have build your lives separately, but there's still this connection that exists between the two of you. It's like a star-crossed lover syndrome. The star-crossed lover syndrome is, there's something that's keeping the two of you apart. You want to be together, you think about each other, but circumstances do keep you apart. There could be already established, other connections going on. There could just be life circumstances that have taken the two of you apart, or, there's just something that is keeping you apart. So that's the energy here. Gosh, it's bothering me. I need to look at that song real quick. What is this song here? Trespassers, William. Trespassers. Yeah, for some reason I can't find it. Oh, Different Stars. That's what the song is. Different Stars. Okay, cool. I feel better now. All right. So definitely look up that song from Trespassers, William, or Williams, whatever. Different Stars, because that right there I feel is connected to this lost love connection. All right. All right, so we do have the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like there were many doors, right? when you guys came together, there were many decisions and choices and moves that could have been made. Somebody made a choice. And I feel like obviously if you guys are in separation, one of you made a choice to either separate or go in another direction from each other. So of course that decision has the consequence of separation, maybe even going off and living different lives under whatever, different stars, the same stars, but just other circumstances, or just leading different lives. So a choice was made here. Now, some of you guys, the Two of Pentacles can be like that juggling energy. If there was another relationship that was playing out, or someone at the time had like a karmic tie or a karmic connection playing out still, and they were still kind of wrapped up in that and attached in that situation, it may be that this is kind of what caused the demise here. It may have been what caused the separation. Maybe you weren't going to wait around for that, or maybe this person decided to go back to someone. I am picking up that energy for some of you out there. Just take it if it resonates. Wow, and there it is. That is the downfall. Five of Swords, conflict and defeat. Something happened here that may have left a bitter taste in someone's mouth. Somebody may have done something very unfairly, like it wasn't fair what someone did. It wasn't fair, like the decision that they made, it felt, it carried like a heavy price. And I feel like it carried a heavy price of probably shame for this person. They felt really bad about it, but they still made that decision. And so it created some conflict between the two of you. So I do feel like there is some sort of leftover unfinished business, and it looks to me like even though you guys still have these strong feelings for one another, there's still this unresolved conflict between the two of you because of a decision that was made, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's a bond here, and this bond actually stems from previous lifetimes. So it's not just in this lifetime, but whatever unresolved conflict was going on within either you or your person, I feel like certain decisions were made that tore this connection apart in at least the physical. But the spiritual, it's like still connected, it's still going. That's what I'm seeing here. So this particular separation or whatever has happened here may have really sparked a lot of healing and a lot of inner work that needed to be done for the both of you. So that could be the gift right there. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. So let's go ahead and see what actually what we're going to do is, what emotions started to rise and become intense for this person. Okay, that's what we're going to look at. What emotions started to rise and become really intense for this particular person? Let's look at this energy. These decks right here are from Aqua Moonlight, the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle, and the Secrets of a Lover's Journey. So let's see what emotions started to rise and become intense for this person when you guys were seeing each other. This might give us a little bit of an insight of what that internal conflict was, or why they did what they did if something went down here. Okay, so there's other connections. There's other people here in the situation. I'm not trying to say it's going to be third party for all of you, because that may not have been the story, but there could have just been other people in the situation, whether it was family members, friends, some sort of influence though. There's an influence. There's other soul family ties here too. So even though your person feels connected to you, there's also something else that they feel responsible for or connected to. So I feel like other people had some sort of a part or played a part in this person's kind of, just confusion or just the decisions that they made. There's an influence here. Okay, so this right here is called the Divine Masculine Haunted Oracle. So let's see what these cards have to say. Ooh, I put a spell on you because you're mine. Interesting. So I just got this message here that maybe if your person, even if they did go in another direction, they almost feel like they're under your spell still. They feel maybe cursed. Maybe you put a curse on them. I'm not saying they really think that, but there's like that thought of, ooh, karma. I guess I'm getting mine now. That's interesting. But there's still like this, there could be a person around them that put their claim on them, and they felt like they couldn't break that connection. I don't feel like that's everyone's message, but I feel like this was an influence. It started to become intense. Another connection started to cause this person a lot of internal conflict. Now, some of you, it could just be that your connection was so magnetic and so intense that your person was really feeling like they were starting to lose themselves. Their reality was starting to slip, and they didn't like that loss of control. So take that if that is more of the meaning here for your connection. This is my Lurking in the Shadows tarot. Let's see what else. Ooh, enslaved. Eight of Fangs, which is the Eight of Swords. Okay, if this was another person, this individual, like they put their fangs, that's very interesting. These are two different decks. Somebody had their fangs in someone, and they became enslaved by this other person's energy or influence. Now, I'm not trying to say like, oh, they had no control, not at all. They're not necessarily a victim here. But I do feel like there was a very very powerful influence that may have been karmic in nature or toxic that really caused this person to pull away from you. Okay. But let's go back to the general meaning without another person involved. I do feel like your individual started to feel very trapped. They started to feel like they were going under. They started to feel like they were losing themselves in you or this connection. And that really bothered this person, because they might be the type of individual that really just likes to remain in control. And they feel like it's a weakness to get that deeply involved or enmeshed in another person. Okay? So they felt like they were losing themselves. What else was intense for them? Oh, that's interesting. Time. Now, remember, I was saying here was the right place and the right time, but there was a little bit of that element of, you know what, maybe it's just better to put this on hold. Is this forever? Is this something where maybe I can put this on the shelf and come back to it later? So your individual may have thought at the time that maybe they could just take a little bit of a temporary break from this. And then maybe they waited too long. Maybe you moved on. Maybe circumstances got in the way and it created something. But I feel like no matter how much time has gone on between this person, they still feel connected to you. Yeah, that's very interesting. All right, let's see what else. Ooh, Oceans. This is a Pearl Jam song. So the Pearl Jam is a 90s band, so that could be that this connection took place in the 90s. It doesn't have to be for everybody, but that's how long ago it could have been, right? But waves roll in my thoughts. This is a beautiful song, but I just feel like the waves, it's like cycles. You come in cycles for this person. So it doesn't mean like they've been enslaved in your energy every day, morning, noon, and night, just being haunted here. But I just feel like there are other times that in certain cycles of their lives that you come up very strongly for this individual. That's what I feel in the separation. But this is the emotions that started to become intense for this person. They had a lot of waves of different thoughts, and these thoughts caused this person to, kind of put their hand up and go, you know what, maybe this isn't the right time. Maybe this is something that I don't want to get involved in any further. Maybe I need to go back to whatever this past thing is, if there was something there, and I need to handle that first, and then I'll come back to this at a different time. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. This is taking a step back, the Seven of Pentacles. You know what? Maybe let me take a step back. Let me recalculate the situation, and then I'll come back to it later. I do feel like whatever happened here, your person may have thought that they could come back. They may have thought that they could reclaim this connection after they handled something or after they took a break and kind of just figured out what was going on with them. But I feel like that particular time frame was lost. They were not able to come back, or something happened here. Something happened in your world or their world that kept them from actually returning. That's what I'm seeing. We have purified soul, angelic healing. They may have seen you as an angel, okay? like you didn't deserve what they did. You had a very pure soul. You didn't deserve what they did. So it may have been that this person ended up feeling very badly and didn't want to hurt you. They either didn't want to hurt you or they didn't want to continue to hurt you. So they may have ended things with you. But this could also be like they felt like they really needed to purify themselves. Maybe they felt very toxic. Maybe they felt undeserving. Maybe they just felt like they just didn't feel that great about themselves. And they knew that they had a lot of healing that they needed to do. But that was a very intense emotion for this individual. Yeah, my feelings. Okay, this is a Lana Del Rey song. And my feelings, or I'm feeling all my fucking feelings. So yeah, I mean, this person definitely was in their feelings. They were in their emotions, and this person was feeling them very intensely. I do feel like this individual did feel some guilt over a decision that they made, or how they came at you or explained something to you, just the way it all went down. I do feel like they felt very badly about something that they said or did. It's like they didn't mean for it to happen the way it did. And we have the Six of Embers, which is the Six of Wands, Conqueror. And of course, you know, the Six of Wands is someone's going to get hurt, basically. Someone's going to come out on top. And I feel like even though they felt badly, that's what they felt like they needed to do. It's like you were the collateral damage, unfortunately. So it sounds pretty messed up, but that is what they were feeling. They were feeling like this is just something I had to do. I had to do it. I couldn't have done it any other way. But unfortunately, you ended up getting hurt in the process. Yep, look at that. They felt like that was the best thing to do, is to walk away from this, release you, and move on. So they felt very intensely about this, and I feel like they did think about it, and they were really in their feelings about it, but that's the decision that they felt was best at the time. Now, I don't know that their decision to let you go, if they wanted to come back into your life, if that was the best thing to do, because maybe, you know, too much time had passed. Other circumstances took place, preventing them from coming back. But whatever this is, that's what they were really feeling at the time, is that was the best thing to do. I feel like I'm drowning. You're killing me. Slow. And it's not to say like this person thought that you were killing them, but they felt like they were drowning. And I did get that earlier. They felt like they were slipping. They felt like they were losing themselves. They felt like they were just going to crumble. So again, you may have been the collateral that they cut away. They may have hurt you and connected with someone else. So you were that kind of person that lost out in this situation. But they felt like they were drowning, and they felt like the only thing that they could do with these intense feelings was to walk away from this. And we have the World, the last chapter. So it's about, you know, ending the cycle here with you. So I do feel like for the majority of you, this person ended things with you, or they did something that put the final nail in that coffin and maybe push you to actually walk away from them. So there's definitely some intense things. So this person's emotions, whatever they were going through, whatever it was connected to, it was quite intense. And this is what caused, I feel, the demise or the end or the last chapter of your connection. You know, but is it really the last chapter? I'm getting no, it's not. So now we're going to see, what did they eventually realize about themselves in your situation? So after some time went on, you guys, okay? After some time went on, what did they start to realize? What did they start to realize? This is my Cosmic Contracts, the Ties That Bind deck. What did they start to realize here? Just about themselves, or just about just the situation? What did they start to realize? What dawned on them after the two of you separated? Regardless of when. Ooh, okay. So what does a gaslighter do? A gaslighter actually confuses you. A gaslighter lies to you because they're trying to get away with something. They don't want you to know something. So this individual feels and realized that they did do a lot to make you feel a little crazy. Now, whether they meant to do it or not, I feel like they didn't necessarily mean to do it, but that's what ended up happening, because you really question yourself a lot after this person left. Like, why did they say that? Why wouldn't they just be honest with me? Why wouldn't they just tell me the truth? And it made you feel a little insane. And so they're very aware that they did this to you, that they used this technique because they couldn't handle either hurting you or they just couldn't face you. That's what I'm seeing with that. Okay, so this is my twin flame journey oracle. What else did they eventually realize about themselves in your situation after you guys parted ways? Oh, there's a third party. Doesn't have to be for everybody. I'm not trying to interject that into your situation if it's not there. But I do feel like if you are resonating with this reading so far, there was some sort of an outside circumstance that got in the way. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic person, but it does say affair, social, or group. This could be someone in their family. This could be a friend, just some sort of an influence. Sometimes that wedge can also be an addiction, right? But I feel like they had something that either you did know about or you didn't know about. And this, unfortunately, like they couldn't own up to it. They couldn't cop to this. They couldn't. They couldn't be truthful and honest with you about this. So they realized that they actually did you a disservice by lying to you, because it did cause you to maybe question, like, did you ever care about me? Did you ever really, truly care, etc.? So it was like the really wrong thing to do. This is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Let's see what else. Oh, wow. Look at that. The Eight of Swords. Imprisonment. So I feel like I saw the Eight of Swords here. Where did I see that card? I think it was this one. Yeah, the Eight of Fangs, Eight of Swords. And this was what emotions started to rise. Your person still had some intense feelings and felt very stuck. So they went round and round in their thoughts for some time after you guys disconnected. It was rolling around in their thoughts for a while. And I almost feel like they felt a little insane because maybe they were thinking about this so much. But what they realized about themselves in the situation is that they couldn't do two things at once. There's no way that they could have continued to be with you when they still had this other thing that was taking, I don't want to say control, but that was really heavily influencing them at the time. So they almost realized, like, yeah, it's really screwed up that I did this to you, but at the same time, I feel like I was stuck and I didn't know what else to do. So they're realizing that the way that they went about this situation really sucked. And it is something that they ruminate about, how perhaps they wish they would have done things differently. All right, let's see what else they realized. Oh, look at this. Endings. They realized also, too, that they needed to end it. So it's not to say that this person, like, they knew that they needed to end it because of whatever was going on. That was the right thing to do. And even though maybe they didn't do the right things the whole time and ending it, but they felt like that's what I have to do. And I also feel like if some of them push you to end things, that's what they were doing. They were like encouraging you to move on by being shifty or not being as responsive or just, changing up on you. It's a crappy way to do it. It's just like, just come out and just tell me. But sometimes that's how people do things. And so they realized that maybe they were just too weak to end it with you. So they encouraged you with their behaviors to just kind of get the hint and move on. Very sad, but that's just what I'm seeing here. All right, let's see what else. Interesting. They've tried to numb this out, actually. I do feel like they encouraged you to move on by acting indifferent with you, kind of numb, blank, neutral, just kind of stonewalling you in a way, just kind of becoming like blah, right? And that's really unfortunate. Again, it's a strategy that people use that are weak, unless you're trying to defend yourself against narcissists, of course. But if you're doing this with someone that you actually care about and that you've had a connection with, to do this is really cruel. And it means that this person just does not have the coping mechanisms in order to handle what they're going through or how to communicate to you that they're feeling a certain way. So it's unfortunate, but that is what I'm seeing that happened. And they realized that that's what they did. They had to kind of numb this out or pretend that they didn't care. And a lot of you may have just been like, oh my God, how could you go from caring about me so much to just not caring about me at all? And you felt literally insane. How could I get this wrong? Did I read all the wrong signs? Was this person even real? Or were they just bullshit the whole time? They realized that their behaviors really were confusing for you. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, and you didn't deserve that either, because you actually were quite lovely. You had it going on. You were quite nurturing. Remember, they felt that home feeling with you, that comfortability with you. They saw you as just very physically appealing, and just there's that attraction factor there. So this wasn't like a personal thing. It wasn't that you weren't good enough for them. It's just that they had a bunch of crap that they hadn't resolved yet. And so this was the unfortunate thing. So you were very caring and you were very nurturing to this person. And they know that. And they know that you didn't deserve the way that they ended up treating you or handling you in the end. But I keep getting from your person, I just didn't know any other way. I didn't know how to do it any other way. Yep. Projector. That's not a word. Projector. I have no idea why I said that. I will blame you when the problem was me. Whoa. Okay. Also, a gaslighter does that too. It's like they blame shift. They'll kind of make you feel like maybe you did something wrong, sort of like, well, you like the movie Cocktail. That comes to my mind, where they thought they had this great week in Jamaica and everything. And then, of course, what does he do? He takes a stupid bet and he screws around on the girl, and she finds out about it. And so what he does, instead of taking responsibility for being a total asshole, he's like, well, you were pushing me and you were coming on way too fast. Or coming on way too strong. And she's like, wait a second, what are you talking about? You were there too. And, so it's kind of something like that, where your person may have said something to you and they realize now that they were that they were using this technique to kind of escape taking responsibility or having a conversation with you. They may have just kind of projected it in their mind that you weren't what they wanted, and that, this was just too much for them. They may have focused on something negative about you and just decided, and that's what the technique that they use to kind of numb their feelings out for you. And I'm just seeing, you guys, that none of these things ended up working in the end at all. So they end up screwing themselves. Yep, look at this. It's like being in their own web of lies, deception, fraud, trickery. There it is. So your person ended up doing something pretty shitty. They lied to you. They may have cheated on you. They may have just, again, not been completely honest with you. And instead of just owning it, they actually tried to kind of shift it or project it somewhere else instead of taking responsibility. And that, I feel, did cause you to feel a little insane. It caused you to question a lot of stuff about this person. But despite this, you still feel very connected to this person. And I feel the reason that you do is because there is a divine soul counterpart connection here. And there is something for you to learn about yourself. Again, sometimes when we go through really hard times, what it does and the triggers and traumas that come up for us, it can really, really help us to do some deep dives and healing within. So that could be the gift that this person actually offers to you. And the gift that you offer to them is that they ended up losing out on an amazing connection and on an amazing person. And maybe it's going to do them some good throughout these either years or this time to feel like you're the one that got away. That might be just what it takes for this person to get a clue, right? Let's see what else. Damn. Devil. Oh, shit. Okay. So let me tell you guys, this person had some either addictions or some toxic traits at the time. So what they realized is that they had some demons. They had some demons that they were fighting. And they did kind of try to blame other people for their problems, maybe even including you, or try to make you feel bad, or try to like pretend that you weren't what they wanted, etc. But at the end of the day, you guys, what this is that this person is just, they had a lot of internal demons that they were battling. And this really didn't have anything to do with you. So if anything, hopefully you can take that from the reading today. So what did they eventually realize about themselves in your situation is that they were just fucked. That they were just a fucked up person. That they were a devil. And you were an angel. And you really did not deserve what they did to you. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's get one more set. We have passive. Okay, interesting. See, I won't tell you how I really feel. So they didn't. They took more of a passive role, or they told you lies. They said they didn't care when actually they did. This person may not have been in touch with their true feelings either at the time, but I feel like a lot has changed since then. So what your person has realized is that instead of speaking up to you and instead of telling you how they really felt, they decided to go the devil route, which was block, not deal with it, cut you out, be super either aggressive or just horrible, outright horrible to you. And I feel like this has now left the two of you in a situation where there's a lot of unfinished business here, a lot of unhealed wounds with each other. You guys may be working on your own wounds individually, but I feel like when it comes to this connection, there's still this, like, it's hanging in the balance. It's hanging somewhere in space. And that's probably why you also still think about one another, is because it is unfinished. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so since then, your person has understood a lot of things about themselves. They've had some awareness, which is great. They've also had an epiphany, and they comprehend more. They're able to comprehend more their emotions and their inner feelings and their inner struggles and their issues. So that's really a good thing. I like to see this for your person. It tells me that they've grown, that they may have changed in some ways, that they may no longer be under that devil's influence, which is the shadow part of ourselves that rules our lives. The shadow is always there, just like the light is always there. But what you allow, how you allow it to influence your life is a personal choice. Okay. And we do have the 7 of Wands defense mechanism. Your person did use this as a defense tool. They didn't really have any coping strategies that either they were ever taught or that they felt like they could use. I just feel like your person did not have the proper tools at the time to deal with this any other way. Does not make it okay, but that's just the story. And unfortunately, they told you lies, or a lie is also, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Or I'm going to say this, and then you're going to assume something, and that's not my problem. That's not my fault that you did that. This is a strategy to distract from what's really going on, or what somebody's real motives are, or what's going on with them. So I just feel like your person at the time when you were dealing with them, they did not have the correct tools, and they were not evolved enough to basically be to be a good counterpart to you at the time. Okay, so you guys met, the intensity was there, the connection was there, the familiarity was there. You felt like you were meeting, a soulmate, a counterpart. It was all there, and there was this magic, and there was all this stuff. But whatever was going on in their lives, and however they dealt with the situation, it really created a damper on your connection. And now you guys are in separation because of it. But I feel like there's a lot of unresolved stuff here. So now what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to take it over into the extended. So if you'd like to join me over there, I will put that link down below. And this is what we're going to go into over there. We're going to take a look at their dark feelings. So what did their dark feelings, did they experience? Okay, so like what was their karma? So this tells us here, what they eventually realized about themselves, but what were those karmic experience? What was the karma that this person received for their actions? What were the dark feelings that came up for them since you guys have separated? We're also going to go into what do they wish they could communicate to you now that everything is said and done? And then what kind of a mark have you left on this person's life? Like, what are they left with now? What do they feel now? What are the energies that come up for them now when they think about you? And then finally, what do they feel drawn to do next when it comes to your connection? So what might they do in this lifetime? We'll see. So anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this reading, and hopefully I'll catch you guys over there on the extended version. Take care. Bye-bye.